Rafay, and this is 7 ways to get more reviews to your books. Now, as you know, the more reviews that you have on your books, the more sales you're going to make. Now, that's because, first of all, you have more social proof. So you have more people that have gone through and they have said that they've liked your book, and so when other people are going and they're looking at books to purchase, they see other people that have spoke up and said, yes, this book is great. So there's less of a risk for them to go buy the book because they know lots of other people have liked it. So that's the first reason. Also, as you probably know, on Amazon.com there's a function where you can search by reviews. So if someone, let's say you're writing a scrapbooking book and someone types in scrapbooking, they can sort by where the people with the best reviews, the most amount of them, come up highest on the search engines. And so if you can get more reviews that are positive, you'll come up higher and, again, get more sales. So no matter how you slice it, the more reviews you have, the better sales you're going to have. And so that's why this video is dedicated to helping you find different ways to get more reviews for your books. So let's get started. The first way to get more reviews sounds simple, but a lot of people don't do it, which is just to ask your colleagues, friends, or family who have bought your book to leave you a review. If they haven't purchased your book yet and you feel like it'll help them, then ask them to purchase the book too. But it's just taking a couple seconds to flick off an email to them and ask them to take 2 minutes of their time and leave you a review. And a lot of times your friends, family, colleagues, they'll be happy to do it, especially if they like the book, because it's supporting you, and they know how much it helps. I mean, everyone, it's common sense how much better a book will sell when you have more reviews. So you might be nervous or shy to ask or whatever, but just write the email and hit send. That's it. Just all you have to do is take 5 seconds of courage to hit send. And I know I've gotten emails from people asking for reviews, and it's no problem. You know, just go through. If I bought the book, I'll leave a review. So yeah, I do that all the time with my friends. So that's the first tip. Second tip, ask in your book. A lot of people don't do this, but I like to have a script at the end of each of my books where I just say, you know, hey, you've gotten to the end of this book, so you must like it. I appreciate you reading this far. And you know, as a self-published author, it's often really tough to market my book the way that the big publishing houses can. And so if you can take a few minutes to just like less than 5 minutes to leave me a review, I'd really appreciate it. I give a link to the book, and it would really help me out a lot. And I know, you know, since you're here at the end, that you've liked it. So thank you again for going through and getting so much out of this. And that's it. And then people are often much easier to leave the review then, because you've reminded them they're all the way at the end of the book. They've clearly liked the content. It's 5 minutes out of their day or less to write you the review, and it really helps you out a lot. They now have rapport with you. They like you because you've given them content that they got all the way to the end for. So this is just an easy way to pick up reviews without having to do anything but just put in the request at the end. The next tip is to have a free day on Amazon. So the picture here is KDP Select. Like when you go and enroll your book in kdp.amazon.com, there's going to be this section where you can enroll your book in KDP Select, where you basically give Amazon access to your book for 90 days where you don't publish it anywhere else digitally, but in return you have 5 free days where you can have your book on Amazon, and people can download your book for free. Now this is really cool because it's a lot easier to get people to download a book for free than it is to get them to purchase the book. So you start to get a whole bunch more leverage and a whole bunch more downloaders than you normally would, and you always have more people that end up leaving reviews. Your odds are just greater. So so that's that. You can also write for your free day in the book. You know, I know you got this book for free. It was my way of wanting to give back. If you could do me a favor by leaving me a review if you like this, I'd really appreciate it. So that's the third way. Your fourth tip is to do a Goodreads giveaway. Now, if you're not familiar with Goodreads yet, it's a social network for readers. There's over 12 million different readers on there, and they just love to read and talk about the books they're reading. And Goodreads has a function where you can give away copies of your book. It has to be physical copies of your book. And you would just run the giveaway just saying, I'm doing this giveaway in hopes of getting reviews for my book. Obviously, they're not required, but it really helped me a lot to get the reviews. I want to start hearing what people think. So you do the book, you can give as many copies as you want, so it could be from 1 to 10 to whatever. I believe Goodreads recommends it's either 3 or 10. I think it's 10 that they recommend. And then you have a whole bunch of people that come and apply for your book to get your book. So the side note is, the side benefit of that is that you're getting a whole bunch of people to even hear about your book, and then you just give away the copies. So you can, to get physical copies of your book, just upload your book onto createspace.com, just order them the copies and then ship it to them, and the likelihood of people leaving you reviews after using Goodreads is very, very high. So if you want to hear more about Goodreads, I have a course at getmorebooksales.com that talks all about it. The next strategy is to search for top reviewers. So if you do the search string right here, top 1,000 reviewer, whatever niche you're in, email, and then just copy the rest of it, the email and the site. Basically, it's going to go and it's going to find the top 1,000 reviewers that are in your niche for Amazon. So these are people that are posting reviews for whatever niche you're in. They're respected by people as top reviewers. They have a little icon next to their name that says like Jane Doe, top reviewer. And if you can find these people and then just shoot them an email, that string should help you get all their email addresses, and just shoot them an email saying you respect them, they're obviously coming really high regarded, and you would love to work with them, to give them a copy of your book, and just hopefully have them review it. You'd be honored. It's a really cool way to get high respected, high leverage people to review your book, and often they are much more likely to say yes than you would think. Next strategy is to ask on Shelfari.com. Now, Shelfari is a site that Amazon owns, and with that site, you can go through and just do a search for your book. And a lot of times you'll find, like, people can mark after they've read a book or it's on their want to read, they put it on their bookshelf. And so you can find all the people that have your book on their virtual bookshelves. Just say, hey, thank you very much for reading my book, being interested in it, and if you liked it, then I would really appreciate if you could take the time and leave a review. You know, as a self-published author, it can just be hard to get the marketing that these big publishing companies have, and I just really appreciate it. And people can then say yes for that too. If they've taken the time to put your book on their bookshelf, and they're in this community of readers and they like talking about what they read, and they might just feel touched, you know, that you've reached out to them. So Shelfari is something that is very underutilized, and you can get a lot of momentum from it. The next strategy is to go on Facebook groups. So there's different groups like the ones I've put here where they're just authors that'll go through and post their books when they have free days, and the other authors, if they feel so inclined, if they think the book sounds good, then they'll go through and download the books and leave reviews. Now, I would never advise asking people who aren't interested in your book to leave you reviews or do anything that's shady, but these are books, Facebook groups of people that are just interested in seeing the free books. So if you just post about them, give them what they want, ask for a review, then the odds are that they'll leave you that review. You're doing something for them, law of reciprocity in effect. So that's it. Those are my 7 tips. And if you're interested in having an automated tool that finds people to get comments where you can just automatically email them, plus 40 plus more ways to get reviews, I have a course and a tool over at rollingandreviews.com. No matter what, I hope that this benefited you, and I hope you start getting a lot of reviews so that you can get more sales, make more money, and get your message more out there. Have a great day.